Okay everybody, this is 2013 Ford Escape, all-wheel drive, but I'm changing the inner and outer tie rod ends, the outer and inner. I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to talk about these wonderful chrome cap covered lug nuts on the Fords. I'm a Ford guy, but I hate these things. These things wear out. Fixing this person's car, I'm also going to be putting new rotors on because they did a brake job and used these rotors and they're horrible. But I'm replacing the caps. I'm replacing these because they're all 20 of them. They're bad. And Advanced Auto wants $7.99 and O'Reilly's wanted $8.99 for these lug nuts. I went down to a local tire shop and got these fully chrome ones, no cover, anything on them. I got these for $1 a piece. So if you can, check around your local auto parts or your local tire shop, alignment shop. You can probably save a ton. It was going to be $30-40 for 20 of these at the auto parts store. This cost me $20 for 20 lug nuts, and these things are really nice. So just a little heads up on that. As far as this nut goes, this nut is a 15 millimeter. We're going to break this loose. I'll go ahead and break this nut loose. I'm going to break this locking nut loose first. That's a 24. I'm going to loosen that up first, then I'm going to remove this nut, and then I'm going to show you how to get this out after I get done with this. Okay, we got the nut off and we backed this off. Now you sit here and you try and hammer this like this, you're never going to get it. I mean, if you do, you're going to have to hit it so hard it's ridiculous, because most of the time it's not going to do anything. Now I'm going to take a pickle. What you're going to do is you're going to hit it right here on the side with 3 to 5 pound hammer. Works really well. But you're going to hit it. Well, I just kind of bent. See how that just popped out? Of course. Okay. You just hit it right here. Hit it right on the side and it'll pop out. Then we're going to count how many revolutions this is on here, and we'll put the new one back on that way. But we'll go ahead and spin this off. I apologize how I'm having to do this. My GoPro cameras are out on loan. I don't have a way to mount this iPhone. So I'm going to count the turns, full turns off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, probably should be around 20, 21, maybe 22. There's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 turns is what that was. So what you're going to do when you get your new inner on, you're going to screw it, thread it in 21 full turns, and then you'll put the locking nut on the new inner tie rod in. You'll put that locking nut back on it. What we're going to do now, we're going to remove this nut. Is probably going to be impossible to pull off. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to probably remove the whole piece and just cut it on the with a Sawzall. But you're going to grab this clip right here. You're going to squeeze this boot clip right here. Just pressure, just pull it off like that. And so I just slid it. It's sitting right there. You got to reuse this freshen clip, okay? And then there's one in the back. Can't really see it. I'll have to get a light on there, but this is what it looks like. You're not going to be able to reuse these. You're basically need to take a screwdriver and you got to bust it loose. You got to bust it loose. That's for the back side of the boot, and then you'll slide the boot off. But I'll show you here in a minute when I get this other one off. Okay, if you look back in there, you're going to see that clip right there. You're going to get a screwdriver on that and just kind of get underneath it and spread it and pop it. But that's where you're going to have to remove that back clip for that boot. And what I do is, once I get it done, I use a zip tie. I put a zip tie on there, then slide it in, and then I can grab a zip tie from the back side and I pull it tight after I get it on there. But we're going to go ahead and remove this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I said I pulled it forward. I took a screwdriver and just basically pop this open with a screwdriver. And it takes two hands to pull this rubber boot back, but you got to pull this rubber boot really hard. I'm gonna have to take this off. I cannot get this off. This thing has been up in the Northeast stuff. It's on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove it, and then I'm gonna take it to the bench, and I'm gonna put it on a little vise, and I'm gonna cut this with a sawzall so I can get these pieces off. But right here is the inner. See how easy that is moving around? It's also got like a gritty feel to it. That's a bad inner ball joint. I mean, this thing is just really loose. That's how you can tell you got a bad ball joint. Plus, it's got a little bit of play in it back and forth. But yeah, that's really bad. What I'm gonna have to do here, I have a tool to be able to remove ball joints, but I don't have it with me. So what I'm gonna do is I'll show you how you can do it without having to have one. You can take a pair of vice grips, and you can put the vice grips on here like so, and then you get the vice grips on there like so carefully. This one doesn't matter because it's the old one. Tighten it down really good, and then take a hammer and hit it. And of course it's going to be going this way, wrong way. You're going to be going this way, and you're going to hit it with a hammer, and you'll spin this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break it loose, and then I'll be right back, and I'll show you how it comes off. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I just took a hammer, I broke that loose. As you can see, it's loose now. Now I'm going to take the vice grips off, and I'm going to spin this right off, like so. Pull it off here, and there we go. Now I'm going to take this in the garage and take a sawzall on the one side here. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, what I did is I just put that in a vise in the garage, and I cut the end off with a nut, just past a nut. And now you can slide this the clip right there that just fell, and then you can take the boot off, just like so. Slide the boot off, that, and this is like, it's like a plastic washer. This is on here. You need to save this because you got to use it on the new one. So you get the new one out, and I'll show you how it goes back together. Okay, you're gonna put the new inner on. Notice I have the plastic washer spacer on. You're gonna put it in. You're gonna thread it back in. All right, now look, see how stiff that is? That is really stiff to move that. This other one was moving around real freely. That's how stiff it's supposed to be. I mean, it's nice and stiff. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the vice grips back on this, and then I'm gonna tighten this up really tight. I mean, like I said, I have the tool at the shop, but I don't have it here with me. But this, you're going to use vice grips, and then you get it on there nice tight, and take a hammer and just kind of tap a few more times. But that'll go on really nice and tight. I'll do that real quick, and then I'll come back and show you how to put the boot and everything on. Okay, now that we got that tight, we're going to take the boot, slide the boot right back on. It takes a little bit, but it'll go. You got to get it all the way back into there, and then you got to get it onto the rack and pinion, the edge there. Get that up in there. All right, now that's on. Now, let me find a clip. just had it. And take the clip, slide the clip back on. Of course, you're gonna have to take a pair of pliers. It's like a spring pressure clamp. You're gonna put it back on. You gotta squeeze it. Well, if I can get a good grip on it here. Cheapers. Those things when you're doing stuff at the house, you have all the rest of the tools at work. Sorry about this, everybody. Trust me, it's not this hard to do. Be right back. Okay, we have it on now. There it is. We have that on. That's good. Now we're going to take the nut, thread the nut all the way up on the inner here. Now we're going to take the outer and we're going to turn it 21 times. Okay, we're going to take the outer now. By the way, it comes with a grease fitting and a cotter pin. We're going to have to we'll put the grease fitting in after we get it all on. Then we got to put grease in there. But you're going to put this on. Let me get started here. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we're going to back the nut. Put the nut back on it. That positioned. All right, now I kick this back. Oh, this is so stiff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up into the spot here, but I'm going to have to do it with both hands. I'll be right back. Okay, we got this in. Got the nut on, got the cotter pin in here. According to the Ford manual, they recommend 35 foot-pounds on this nut. Recommend 20 for this, but you just have to do that by feel because you're not going to get a socket on that, of course. You're going to have to use a wrench for that, about 24 millimeter, but 20 on that, 35 there. Now we're going to put this grease fitting in right here on the bottom, like so. Sockets around here for that. The socket I got for this, the grease finish is 9/32. Just gonna tighten it down. Not too tight, just snug. You don't want to break it. And the only thing left to do now is to put grease in it. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and I'll be back after I've got it greased. Hey guys, there's everything done. It's been greased filled up, it's good. But that's how you change the inner and outer tie rod ends. It's pretty simple. This is on a 2013 Ford all-wheel drive. And like I said, with these lug nuts, go to your local tire shop, balance shop, and you might be able to get lucky and get these for $1 a piece like I did. It's a heck of a lot better than what the auto parts stores are wanting. And these are good. These don't have that stupid little chrome cap on it that turns into a nightmare. And if most people know what the Ford lug nuts, what I'm talking about. But hope this helps everybody out. Take care and have a good one.